Well. Should we do a throwdown on some old reviews? So, about 5 years or so ago, when I started doing this channel, it was because I got into the mindset of a bug out bag, starting an emergency kit and everything like that. So, long story short, I used to drive a service truck all around Southern Oregon. I would go in a lot of remote locations, either into rock pits or up in the mountains to take care of a skidder or a loader or anything like that. And I really started getting concerned because some of the areas that I was going to was extremely remote. And when I would be out there changing a tire, these tires were 2,000 pounds a piece. And they had enough cubic volume of air pressure in there that if one of them were to explode, I had no way of communication. I had no medical supplies. I had nothing. And so I started getting into establishing emergency kits. And that's kind of the concept of what I do. I prefer using the term emergency kit because using the term bug out bag, it kind of puts the wrong mentality of how I'm thinking. So what I have in front of you is an assemble of tools that I have stored in my truck that goes along with my get home bag here. And this one is the latest rendition here in 2023. Now that we purchased our property up where I'm at, I'm essentially 27 miles away one direction from my house to my work. So that means if anything were to be hinky or weird, I would have to be able to walk 27 miles in order to get home. So that's why you see that this bag is actually not that big and it's not that full, is because there's not that much equipment really needed just to be able to walk home. So if you remember my Sterling video, that day I think I clocked in right around 29.6 miles in a single day, and that was 16 hours straight hop. I just kept going and going and going, just because circumstances were not going in my favor that day with the weather and everything, and it was easier for me to just mentally focus on getting back to my truck and getting back into clean shelter. So that one was much more elaborate than this one right here. And I kind of thought that it'd be an interesting thing to show you guys that, I'm still in that level of a mindset, and let's do a little bit of a breakdown and you guys can see what I carry with me on a daily basis. I've got these separated because the bag itself, I like to keep butterflied open, and you'll see that here in a second, tucked up underneath my rear seat in my truck. That means it stays out of sight. It's just stored away, and the rest of this equipment right here is actually just dispersed throughout the truck itself because these are standard items that I like to utilize. So just going down through it, I do carry a ham radio with me. I like having my radio pre-programmed with the channels and frequencies that I enjoy monitoring. But I think it's an extremely important idea that you have a manual backup. Just in case anything goes wrong with the actual radio itself, you do have a manual backup of the radio frequencies you want to be able to utilize. I do have a pretty decent Carhartt rain jacket here. This one right here is not just a truck jacket. This I used for years in my service truck out on fields and everything like that. It works really well. I think it's like the Rain X or something from Carhartt, Defender X or something. And then I do have a rechargeable headlamp. I really like the rechargeable ones because this can work in with my portable solar panel that I have for my backpack, and it will charge these batteries up as well. Down here, I have an emergency battery supply. So just your standard AA's and AAA's right here. I've got some, I guess you can say that these are like watch style batteries. What are these? CR2032, I guess. And the reason why I had these ones is the previous optics for my rifle were utilizing these ones. I upgraded the sights on my rifle to a Romeo and Juliet from Sig Sauer, so I need to get a different style of battery for that one. But because I'd go out to the range and everything like that, I'd always keep some right here. I have a small pocket-sized trauma kit. This is basically just for advanced bleed control. This is a very basic kit, but down in here you've got some compression, or not, I'm sorry, down in here you've got some gauzes, and you've got a single packet of Quick Clot, and then up in here you have a SWAT T tourniquet with a little bit of duct tape. This is a very basic and small compact design. It's just designed for bleed control. I also do carry my SE6 with my ferrocerium rod attached to it, a little flashlight, my Vortex binoculars, and my custom trauma kit. This is the full design kit that I have. This was originally a pre-packaged store-bought one. I think I got this one off of Amazon for like $120, and it wasn't that good. So what I did was I added in quite a bit more into it to become a little bit more robust. So what I did is I added in some more Quick Claw. I added in a actual Israeli style compression bandage. And then I added in some more gauze. And then back in here, there is a chest seal system. There are extra little goodies like a steri strip system. Basically, it's tape butterfly stitches. And this one is set up on a quick release system with a Velcro and a strap to the backpack. So this one can just strap directly to the side of my pack, and I can just grab it right from my left-hand side, tear it off if I need to, and utilize it if need be. But my bag itself, and you guys are going to see the evolution of my thinking process when it comes to the gear that I take with me. Because in the beginning, a lot of people will get a really overhung on the amount of the items that are in there. And this bag is actually extremely light. You know, I can pick it up one-handed. It's not that heavy, but it's just packed with the things that I personally would want and need. So like up in here, I just have some extras that I throw in whenever I do something and I want to, whenever I do any kind of like little experiments or anything like that, if I have anything left over on these experiments, I just throw them in here. So like in here, I've got some snack packs that are out of a HDR ration. Just high calorie, sugary style stuff that will give you a quick energy boost. And then opening this up, I've got a backup headlamp, pocket knife, razor knife, some trauma shears, aluminum foil, my Sawyer Mini, a pack of matches, an extra notebook, and an extra contractor bag. Very basic. These are just things that it's like, well, it would really suck not to have this or that. So I just throw in a few extras in here, keeping it lightweight. And then in the first fly open, there is actually there's not much going on in here because I like to keep some extra space in my pack. So this way I can be able to throw any of these kind of items into the bag and be able to keep going. But I've got just the basics. I've got a basic fire kit here, and I've got a basic accessories kit right here with my handheld GPS, and this just got thrown in there. So like in here, I've got some packs of gum, some hand warmers, an extra pen light, some extra batteries, notepad, a second Sawyer Mini. I'm sure my water purification tablets are in here as well. It's just a basic kit. And then in this one, same thing. You know, I've got some fire starters, extra matches, some fat wood, some hand cleaner, couple extra packs of storm matches, and that's it. I mean, it's not much because This right here is just for me to be able to get home. Now, I can survive for a while with a spare tire around my waist without getting daily intake of food. But I do like to have some morale boosters in there. And you got to be able to maintain your energy on things, because you don't just... Because it's not just the concept of being alive, but you need to thrive. So you do definitely want to pack some calorie dense items in here, something lightweight, easy to store, something that actually can be handled in the temperatures of being stored in a truck. And that's very important. Up here, there is like a sunglasses protective cover, and I do keep a pair of gloves, another pack of gum, my rechargeable battery bank. And, well, I am a smoker, so I do keep a pack of these in here because it helps me out with nicotine withdrawal. And this definitely helps out quite a bit to just have something stored away. You can see another item that is in here. You can obviously see what that is. I'm not going to label it, and we're not going to show that item today because it's not necessary. Everybody knows what that is. In the main compartment of the bag, I do have a lot of calorie dense items in here, and this is essentially just because in case of an emergency, you know, I don't want to have to be struggling for energy if I need to be able to get up and move quickly. So right here I have my cooking essential kit. So basically it's my boiling pot. It's got a alcohol burner stove in there, and it's got a stand and everything to where I can utilize this to cook any of these items. I do keep a single MRE in here, so that way I have something fast ready to eat on here. And then this is just an accessories pack for seasonings and teas and coffees and that kind of stuff. I do have a backup stove right here, and the way that this little guy works is pretty cool. I have yet to be able to test it out because I just actually forget about it. But these pieces of metal assemble into like the size of a teepee, and it is a bio burner. You can place your boiling pot on top of it and put sticks and twigs and leaves or whatever you want on the center of it, and you can use the natural elements in order to utilize it. This is something that's really good for having a robust amount of fuel sources in spring, summer, fall time. But it's also something you may not be able to use that often in the wintertime. So having something that's like a backup would definitely work out well. And it's really lightweight, you know. It doesn't add that much just to be able to shove it into a side pocket and go from there. But essentially, guys, this is all I carry with me now. You know, it's a big difference between this little kit right here and that huge, overwhelming pack with all those extra little goodies and everything in it. This is very easy to manage and very easy to maintain. And something like this will definitely assist in quite a bit. I do have some little things that hang out around on here. It's like a little LED chem light right here. This is a rod from a gun cleaning rod, and I keep a solid gun cleaning rod on there because I like having a manual pressure push. So if anything, it's like those little snakes and everything are really good, but what if something gets clogged up in your barrel and you just can't force enough pressure down there? I like to have a good plunger rod just to be able to plunge it out, and then I use my little Otis kit to clean everything up. Okay, guys, so this is it. This is my entire setup nowadays. It's very lean, it's very lightweight, and it works very well. I hope you guys are doing great. I love you. God bless you. You have a good day.